All right, everybody, today is Thursday, May 20th, 2021. Took the day off from work, took today and tomorrow off from work to get this thing painted. So over the past few evenings during the week, just been prepping it. So just to recap, just had some minor dents and we spot primered it. I masked up all the trim and then we hit it with 320 on a DA and then 600 on a DA, and then went over it with some scuffing paste and gray pad and some maroon pads. And then I started masking it. Like I say, I'm not getting too detailed on this paint job. It's a little car that I'm playing with. Plan on keeping it, so it wasn't a big deal. I just removed the tail lights, headlights, front grille, and I taped everything else. I've been using this tape here, 3M precision tape. It's really good stuff. It's super adhesive, but it's not very flexible at all. It doesn't like to go around corners, but you can get really close on the edges. So I used this stuff, about 2 rolls. I used about a roll and a quarter or something. And then just a combination of the 3M green stuff and my paper. So what I'm gonna do now, it's been raining for like 4 days down here. Everything is soaking wet. I wish it would continue to rain today to keep the bugs down, because I already know that with all this rain and moisture that there's bugs floating, flying around. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to deal with that. Luckily, it looks like all the bugs are white. Car's gonna be, cream, pearl. So might get away. I just don't want some big, long leg black mosquito to land on it, but I haven't seen any. So that should be good. We should be all right. I mean, like I say, I'm not trying to take this car to the super show. It's just something I'm gonna buzz around in. So unfortunately, this thing doesn't fit in my little paint room that I additioned next door. Too long, even diagonal is too long. So I had to go old school, and we're gonna paint it, or I'm gonna paint it in this shop right here. So I backed everything out. We cleaned up the wall here and pressure washed it down, pressure washed the door. Just try to clean up a little bit. I got my 3-inch or 3-foot or 4-foot shop fan that I'm going to be blowing out the side here. I got my other squirrel cage. It's going to be moving some air in this direction. I brought the lights over from next door. And I got my little citronella candle burning. I don't know if that's going to help or not. It does help when I'm out here watching Astros. So hopefully, I don't know. Just pray for a miracle. But all I'm going to do first is I'm going to seal it with some reduced epoxy. So let me get that mixed up, and I'll bring you guys back. All right, so I got my seal mixed up. What I'm going to be using is white epoxy, SPI, white epoxy primer. Kind of going out on a wing here on how much to mix. So I mixed up 40 sprayable ounces. It's just a really light coat just to get it uniform. Might have to mix more. I got plenty more. So I mixed it 8 ounces epoxy, 8 ounces hardener, 4 ounces reducer, which should be 25% reduction. I'll be spraying it with my DeVilbiss epoxy gun. Recently I've been spraying it with my LPH 400, but I think the DeVilbiss puts it on just a little bit heavier, and I can maintain my usual gun speed. With the Iwata, I feel like I have to move even slower. So that being said, I'm going to start the fan up. I already waxed and greased it down, wiped it down, blew it off, and we're getting ready to spray some sealer. So I'll bring you guys back once it's sealed. All right, so here we are. We got it sealed. My 40 ounces went just right. I missed a spot on the trunk that I'm not too excited about. Right there. But whatever. Not a whole lot of bugs. In fact, not any. 40 ounces went just right, so that's good to know, because I got half a gallon of base. So that should give me 3 coats of base. I got the same amount of the tri-coat or the pearl coat, and I have enough Intercoat to maybe Intercoat the whole car 1 coat when I tape up the graphics. So the base is Shopline Plus. It's really just like a cream. It's just a solid color. Like I say, I bought a half a gallon of it, and I had previously bought a pint to experiment with the pearls and stuff, and I had about 10 ounces left of that. So I dumped that in here, so I should have about 75 ounces of this base coat, which should stretch pretty far. If I have to, I can over reduce it, but I think I have enough paint. So all in all these materials, I got about $700. Just for those who are wondering, this is a budget lowrider, but I got enough clear to flow coat the car. I got enough pearls to put graphics over the whole car if I want, and I got enough reducer for the job. So let me get this mixed up. Let me get my gun together, and we're gonna start spraying the base. All right, so here we are, 3 coats later. I had to cut the lights down because it is bug central in here. But I did relocate my citronella on the sunroof, and it was a big improvement on keeping the bugs out. Whatever's on there now is just I mean, the base is dry, so they just knock off real easy. But it was something to fight with when I was spraying. They were all over the place. So like I say, it's rained for 3 or 4 days, and then it doesn't rain on the day that I want to paint, and all the bugs are born. So 3 coats of base. This actually took about 30 ounces per coat. I did activate it, so I mixed up 30 ounces and then about an ounce for each 30 of activation. Now I'm going to be spraying the Intercoat, which, let's see here if I can open this. All it is a very expensive Intercoat clear or clear base coat with pearl in it that I can mix myself, but I don't know the color of the pearl. So this is the factory color. So I wanted to go factory, that way it at least matches the door jambs, although the door jambs are taped up. But so far so good. No reactions, no bubbles, no funny wrinkling or anything like that. So far so good. So what I'm going to do now is mix up. I think I'm going to go 3 rounds on this Intercoat and see what we got from there. I might go 4. Really, you can do as much as you want, since I'm not trying to match anything or blend anything. Basically, I'm starting with a new color. So since I bought it, I might as well use it. But it just mixes 1 to 1. I'm going to activate it also. The reason why I'm activating is so when it comes time to tape. But I'm going to spray Intercoat clear. So bring you guys back once I get it in the mid coat. All right, so here we are, 3 coats of that mid coat. Got plenty of material left. I put them in little cups, so I got that already ready to spray, and then I still have probably about 10 ounces of each. So I think a half a gallon would have been just perfect. Overall, it's laying out pretty good. I did have some blotchiness in the first coat, but I kind of put it on a little heavier to try and correct that. No major bugs, just some gnats, some little white gnats here and there, but no black bugs, so that's good. Considering, I'm pretty surprised at that, considering where it's being sprayed. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go 2 coats of straight Intercoat clear to lock the whole car in, because I'm not sure when this Shopline Plus is supposed to be top coated with clear. I assume 24 hours, but I might not be done in 24 hours with the graphics. So I think I'm going to mix up about probably 40 ounces maybe of Intercoat, and just spray the whole car. At least 1 coat on the whole car, maybe 2. But it's coming along. It's definitely pearly. I'm digging it so far. Considering it's a really light color, not a whole lot of trash. So I've walked around this car 7 times already. That's 1 coat of sealer, 3 coats of ground coat, 3 coats of mid coat. I'm gonna do at least 1, maybe 2 coats of the Intercoat clear. SPI mixes anywhere from 1 to 3, 1 to 1, 1 to 2, or 1 to 3. I'll probably go 1 to 2 and make it stretch. So I'm gonna lock the whole car down with the Intercoat or clear base coat, whatever you want to call it, and then let it sit till either later tonight or early in the morning before I start doing some taping, and then hopefully do the graphics tomorrow, and then maybe clear it Saturday morning. I don't know. We'll see. So far, so good. Bring you guys back once it's sealed in. All right, here we are about 7 hours later. So I got the whole car in Intercoat clear, one heavy coat. I probably spent about, actually it was 50 ounces. 50 ounces of Intercoat to clear this whole car. So just to recap, I sealed it with reduced epoxy, about 40 ounces, and then I spent about about 3 quarts of mixed material in the base coat, and about 3 quarts on the Intercoat pearl or mid coat, and then about 50 ounces of Intercoat. So I'm just gonna let it sit overnight and come back tomorrow, and we can put tape on it wherever we want with no worry of lifting anything. I'm not quite sure what I want to do as far as the graphics. I do know I want to put them around the bottom, all around the bottom from the trim down. I had a Lincoln in around 06 that actually had Maurice. I don't know if anybody's watching knows who Maurice is, Maurice Andrews from Individuals, that he did some graphics for me. He did around the bottom and he did the roof. And I really like that car, and I really like his style of graphics. So shout out to Maurice if you're watching. I'm gonna grow off of that style and do some graphics like that with some ghost pearls on this. Definitely around the bottom, definitely on the roof. Debating on something right here. And I'm also debating about doing the entire car. I don't know yet, we'll see. The good thing is it's locked in with the Intercoat, so it can sit indefinitely. That Intercoat stays open, so you can clear on it whenever, next week. So I'm gonna wake up tomorrow, start taping up some designs. I'm not claiming to be an artist when it comes to that, but I'm gonna give it a shot and see what happens. I'm gonna be going off of the skateboard that I painted. I've been messing with these pearls. I'm gonna show you all a little preview. I don't know if it's gonna pick up or not. There we go. So similar to that, ghost pearls. Got 3 different colors. Certain angles you don't see it, in the sun you definitely see it. So, been messing around. So I'll bring you guys back tomorrow morning when we start taping.